Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fallout 4. We've got the Sim Settlements mod going on. We've got tons of other mods, like this FN Follow mod right here, which is very, very nice. Yeah, I don't have enough ammo for this thing. I think we're probably going to stick with our service rifle today. So, I want to kick off more of the Sim Settlements quest line, which means that we need to go investigate a commotion. And Far Harbor just kicked off if we want to go do that, which not inclined to at the moment. I do want to at some point, but
it won't work right.
That's no reason to go beating the living daylights out of it.
This'll
Well,
work.
how do I make it do what I want?
I wish I could tell you, but I really don't know.
Then you don't know that kicking it won't work.
So there.
Hey, stop that, please. It can't be good for the sensor.
But it won't work right.
That's no reason.
Paul.
Well, how do I make
thank
it do what
goodness
I
you're
want?
here.
Yep.
Maybe you can talk some sense into the young lady.
What's the problem?
It's this sensor thing. I want to build a store, you know, somewhere I could sell stuff, but it won't work.
A store? I don't think the sensors can build those. Can they?
Don't know.
Maybe.
You know who would know? That ASAM fella. Maybe you should go find him. Ask him what else these sensor flibbity gibbets can do.
I'll go see him immediately.
Oh, well, that's great. In the meantime, I'll get the new arrivals settled. And hopefully prevent more property damage.
Good luck.
I think the guy that they got to do the voice for Old Paul just does a fantastic job. Alright, who we got over here?
Crops coming in pretty good.
Just a dude. Cool. So, two things I want to do today. I want to further the Sim Settlement storyline, and I need to get some ballistic fiber, probably from Arturo over in Diamond City, or one of the other vendors, because I think the reason I'm having so much trouble is that I'm taking way more damage than I normally would, because just out of random happenstance, I've usually found enough ballistic weave to at least get, like, level 3 on my armor. And because that hasn't been happening, I've just been getting the shit shot out of me. So hits that I would take minimal damage on are instead just flat out killing me. I've never had so much trouble going through Fort Hagen before in my entire life. And I think part of that too is also the fact that I usually go in there with powered armor and a minigun and just hose everything till it's dead. Which admittedly was an option, but I mean, look at this armor. It looks good. I like it. Should be wearing this more often. Alright, let's go talk to the stranger. I think we've looted everything here. That was a Deathclaw. Yeah. Rest of the raider bodies seem to have left.
Now, rookie!
Oh. Do I not have ammo for that gun? Okay, that's... I thought I grabbed some 5.56. Or do I have that running on 5mm? I honestly couldn't tell you at this point. And this is why we double tap. Okay, here's a lot. Just this guy. Oh.
That's how it's done.
Oh yeah, that was 5mm. I grabbed the wrong ammo. Son of a gun. Well, these guys are kind enough to give me some. And the Brotherhood is showing up. Hello, gentlemen. Welcome to the party, Victor. Alright, everything's good. We're gonna have to go back up there anyway, so I'll just grab better ammo when I get there. Can't believe I did that.
Oh, hey there. Didn't expect to be seeing you again. Is something up? It's not the ASAMs, is it?
Why, yes, actually, it
That's
is.
why I'm here.
So it is the sensors that bring you here. Look, I'll tell you the same thing I told the others. I know it may seem confusing, but trust me, just stick with it. Keep building with them, and provide your people with proper supervision. Eventually, it'll all make sense.
He has a weird way of saying supervision.
What else do you have?
What else? Are you saying the sensors aren't enough for you? Well, that's a first. Most people complain ASAMs are too complicated. No one's ever asked for more. I'm starting to get the feeling you're not exactly like most people, are you? All right, Slick. Consider me curious. What's your story? Like for starters, that Pip-Boy on your wrist. I bet there's a tale behind that.
Why are you asking about my Pip-Boy?
It's not every day someone trips over a Pip-Boy. Heck, took me years to find mine. So where'd you get yours?
So that's the thing that's always made me curious. We know that people in the vaults have Pip-Boys, but you got to figure Vault-Tec probably made billions of the damn things. So they shouldn't be that uncommon. Unless they only made enough for the people in the vaults, they maybe were behind schedule building them, and therefore only people in the vaults got them. Since most vaults turned out to be a death trap, they're just not that common. I don't know.
I got it in Vault 111.
111? That's the vault just down the road from here, right? How'd you even get in there? That place is sealed up tighter than a Brotherhood bunker. Wait a second. Are you telling me you're not actually from that vault, are you?
Vault 111. It was some kind of cryo facility. I woke up at one point. Some people killed my wife and kidnapped my son. I'm trying to find him.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I know what that's... Well, I know something like that ain't easy. You might be surprised how common that kind of thing is out here. I mean, not the frozen in a vault part, but... I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I don't mean to pick at fresh wounds. But what you said about being frozen, are you telling me you're pre-war? Before the bombs?
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I was in cryosleep until recently.
Whoa. Well, that's amazing. You really aren't like most people. Then, if you don't mind my asking, why is a vault dweller from the past bothering with settlements and ASAMs?
I want to help people.
That's an admirable goal. I can respect that. And from what I've seen so far, you're the kind who's more than willing to put actions to those kind of words. Well, guess that explains why you're so serious about this settlement stuff.
Raiders! Hurry!
Take it easy. It'll be all right. Just tell me what happened.
Back at the settlement, a whole bunch of them. They've taken hostages, please. You gotta hurry.
Damn raiders are like rad roaches. You crush one and 5 more crawl out. Well, don't you worry, Slick. I got your back. You helped me with my raider problem. Only right I help you with yours.
All right, let's go.
Right you are.
Come on, get the lid out and move before somebody gets killed.
The thing that I always thought was interesting about this, come on, Paul. Get the lead out. We're standing there like a jackass, that works too. But anyway, what I was going to say is the thing I always found interesting is the fact that the raiders aren't anywhere near Sanctuary. They're actually way over here. Close to... I don't remember the name of this farm. Abernathy? So. I'm going to take a quick peek over this way. Now, you can try to sneak attack them all, but they're spread out enough that you're going to lose a couple of settlers if you do that, and we'd prefer to avoid it if at all possible. Here's First marker. And there's a raider. Let's give them a second to... Are you going to fight that blowfly? You usually do. I was a little bit further down the road. So yeah, these guys are all level 1. Could very easily just wipe them all out, but I don't want to lose any of the settlers.
Hold it! Take one
matter,
step closer and I shoot.
Easy. I just want to talk.
Talk? Talk! I'm here to do more than talk.
Look, I'm sure we can work this out. No one has to die.
You wasted a whole bunch of us at Concord, so now you're gonna watch some of your people die.
Bad idea, unless you really want to piss me off.
Whoa, okay, look. We don't really give a shit about who you killed in Concord. We just wanted a bit of fun. Just shoot a few of your people and maybe shake you down for some caps.
Raiders are such
That was all.
shits.
We don't want to die over this. We'll just leave, okay?
Always get so jumpy after a fight.
Alright, who's a raider and who's a settler?
Too fucking quiet.
Hold on a second there, Slim. There's Paul. Just gonna let these guys wander for a second. Do I have any grenades equipped? I do. Strikes me like we shouldn't let these guys go.
No!
Yeah, really not in favor of letting these guys live, so...
Huh? Let's do that.
Oh, missed one. There. Everybody, get away from the car, morons.
Hey there.
Never knew what hit him. Nicely done. Say, before we came here, I wanted
Yeah,
to
we don't
ask you
negotiate
something.
with raiders.
This maybe isn't the most appropriate time or venue for a chit-chat, but have you got a minute?
Of course. What's up?
Well, this may seem abrupt, but the Commonwealth. By now, I'm sure you've experienced enough to form an opinion about it, so tell me, what do you think of it all?
It's a wasteland. People are barely surviving out there.
Exactly. It's been over 200 years since the world ended, and folks are still picking up the pieces. It's
There's
a
a
real
reason for
mess
that.
out here. People living in dirt, barely enough food or clean water, random attacks from raiders, pharaohs, or God forbid, synths. But here's the thing. It doesn't have to be that way. It just might be possible to bring back a measure of the civilization to the wastes, like what you used to have.
You made some good points. Tell me more.
You've already seen firsthand what ASAMs can do. And you've shown interest in what more you can get out of them. What if I were to tell you, we've only scratched the surface? And maybe, if you're willing, we could perhaps do more than you ever imagined. I've got plans, but I feel they'd go a whole lot smoother if I had a reliable partner to ride shotgun. So, what I propose is a partnership. You and me, working together to try and rebuild the Commonwealth. What do you say?
All right. I'm in.
Hell yeah! You are not gonna regret this! I suppose a proper introduction is in order. Name's Jake. Jake Evans. And it's a pleasure to be working with you.
Let's get started then.
All right. With the formalities out of the way, let me answer a query of yours. Earlier, you showed an interest in getting more out of ASAMs. Now, if that's something you really are serious about, then I know where to find the equipment we need. However, there is a small problem.
Raiders.
Let me guess. Raiders again?
Sharp as a tack. You're right, of course. It's our old friend, Raiders. The place with the ASAM equipment has been claimed by a Raider gang. Really dug their heels in. And they're not open to doing trade. But I reckon together we could break into the little base and grab what we need. However, we would be in for a tough fight. So,
Yeah, it would be
you think
that
you'd be
tough.
up for that? Taking on a Raider stronghold?
Don't worry. I'll help you deal with these raiders.
Well, all right. Now, this equipment we're after was delivered from Concord Hardware to an old Air Force satellite station called Olivia. So that's where we'll be heading. But before we go there, might want to make a pit stop or two. I understand a nearby farm has had recent dealings with this particular group of raiders. It might be worthwhile asking them about it. See if we can't get more up-to-date intel. Also, I've got a small cache of gear hidden nearby Olivia. It's probably still there. Would be useful for our little venture. I'll mark your Pip-Boy with our points of interest, but it's up to you what we do. I'm handing over the reins.
Yeah. So, that is good all around. First thing we're going to do is we're going to loot these morons. Not that they have much worth taking, but every little bit helps. A lot of backpacks amongst these guys. Alright,
Hey,
Jake. I can't trade equipment with you yet, but when I can, you're getting a backpack, buddy. Okay, that's all of them. And this is the thing that I like about this mod, is that it gives you a reason to go to Abernathy as opposed to just stumbling across it going, oh, there's a farm here, let me go check it out. Which I think is pretty good. And we didn't lose any settlers, which is fantastic. I don't remember what's here. Nothing. Apparently there is nothing here. But take your razor grain. And I'm never against dropping a save. And coincidentally, this is somewhere I've been meaning to get to anyway. Do I have the ghoul mask with me? I do. I should probably drink some water. There are ghouls literally everywhere around here. Teddy bear, because my wife gets mad if I don't grab teddy bears.
Teddy bear.
And that was the wife right there. So yes, there will be a pile of teddy bears on the bed at some point. Yes, this is a good little source of resources every once in a while. As well as a very useful key. What you looking at, boy? What'd you find? Oh yeah, this fella. And a safe.
How about a bit of good news? If you know, haven't already seen it, which I didn't think so. I know it's true.
We're gonna have to fix up Travis a little
That's
bit.
it.
Alright, plenty of goodies here. Just gonna take all
Nick
that.
Valentine is back in town.
And where is... Ah. Let's get a little turn around in here.
They thought he might be dead. Or destroyed.
Wicked City shipping key. If I can...
Glad you're back.
There we go.
Nick. The even though
And
There
another
we go.
Dragonac the Barbarian, which is always nice.
ever. Next we've got Betty Hutton. She's pretty good, right?
Girls, watch out, watch out. There's a two-legged animal running about.
5mm ammo.
It smokes a great big
Never say no to that.
and it has
Come on. So now we have access to all these trailers. They don't tend to have a lot of great stuff in them, but we got the Harm laser pistol. That's where it originally is supposed to show up. And Dylan, it's come to my attention that there's been some serious issues with the shipment processing at your site. Orders are consistently getting mixed up when they aren't getting misdelivered or not delivered at all. That's because the mob was stealing shit. I can understand the occasional mix-up, but some of these misdeliveries are just outright mystifying. For example, so far I've received crates filled with Jangles the Moon Monkey toys, blank vinyl records, Protracton legs, Protracton arms, whoopee cushions, Christmas ornaments, and hemorrhoid cream. None of these are the items that have actually been requested, and I'm at my wit's end trying to find out what happened to the actual orders. Not to mention, it seriously jeopardizing our operation. We need those lasers pistols Dave had ordered, and somehow he ended up with just one, while the other 9 are unaccounted for. Can't carry on like this, so either fix the problem or we'll inform the director. Remember what HARM stands for. HARM is from a cartoon from way, way back in the day. And it just amuses me that we have that. I saw that mod, I was like, yeah, do we need another laser pistol in the game? No. Is it a better or improved laser pistol than we get normally? No. Is it fun? Absolutely. And here's why it's fun. It's a recharge pistol, which is just the absolute best. Alright, one last thing to do over here. There's a whole hell of a lot to this place. A couple of neat bits here and there. Alright guys, and we're just going to mosey on over this way. Bunch of money, and that is all that is interesting here. The main thing is the key, because there are wicked shipping freight trucks all over the Commonwealth, and they don't tend to have anything stellar in them, but every little bit makes a difference. And we're right across the street from Abernathy. Okay. There's our boy.
Hi.
Blake.
That's close enough, stranger. We're a peaceful farm. We don't want any trouble.
It's okay, I'm friendly. Not looking to cause any trouble.
If you say so, but be warned,
I forgot I
we're
saw the
armed
gold
here,
mask on.
so don't try anything. Let me tell you, farming ain't easy. Out in the field all day, every day, and every minute of it spent watching your back.
You gotta be careful. Never know who you can trust these days.
Won't argue with that. Blake Abernathy, you new to the Commonwealth?
No.
I've been around.
Good to see a new face. How about you? Ever think about working the land?
Dig in the
Absolutely
dirt
not.
all day? No thanks.
You're probably a wiser man than me, then. Word of advice, though. If you do start up a farm, be ready to deal with the raiders. Why do all the hard work when you can just take what you want at gunpoint?
What about the Minutemen? If you join up, we can all help each other against the raiders.
You don't say. I thought the Minutemen were all gone. Last time those raiders hit us, my daughter Mary tried to stand up to them. Now she's buried out back of the house. Only 21 years old, and they shot her down without a thought. So you can understand why I'm glad to hear the Minutemen are back. Although, a bit too late for my Mary.
We're rebuilding the Minutemen. You won't have to stand alone anymore.
Rebuilding? You don't know what a relief that is. I don't have much to offer, but those raiders that killed Mary, they took her locket too. It's been in Connie's family for generations. If you could get it back, it'd mean a lot to us.
Don't worry. I'll get that locket back for you.
Good. Connie feels like it's a part of Mary. I don't think she'll rest easy again as long as it's gone.
All right. And that gives us another reason to go to Olivia.
Losing his daughter like that. Why don't we go give those raiders a little payback in return?
Oh, we're gonna. We are absolutely gonna do that. I hate bloat flies, they're so annoying. Okay, let's grab ourselves some free water that's just hanging out here for absolutely no reason. Wouldn't you know, Red Rocket, right around the corner. At least the very first part of this game, it's very tightly packed, it's got a lot of good stuff. And it's not until later where things start getting a touch weird. We'll worry about this stuff later. Still got that stuff in my pocket, but that's not a problem, I don't think. And let's make sure we grab our 5mm ammo. You. Okay, that's a better spot right there. Grab some sleep so we have our save down. Let's go mess up Olivia. Bit of a dust storm, but I don't think that's going to be a problem at all. And I think Olivia, I could be wrong, also has some MREs from this. A hidden hideout. It's funny, you get a lot of these, but the actual settlement builds, if you do it automatically, don't use any of them. Bit of a downgrade in my opinion, but the main issue, at least as far as I'm concerned, is that I can't build any of this stuff without a settlement. So I can't just say, throw down a sensor and say, I want it to look like this and do it on my own. I have to have someone build it for me, so I can't put one of those cool little houses at Red Rocket for me to live in. One of those things that's always kind of irritating me just a touch. Oh, this will work out. You guys can deal with the raiders up ahead.
Leave those survivors.
Yeah, I can't imagine why you guys aren't welcomed with open arms when you say crap like that. And there go the raiders. It doesn't require me to fire a shot. Ideally.
Target down.
Alright, is that everybody? Oh, we got the dog. Pretty sure they got them all. Cool. Makes life so much easier when that happens. Alright, we're gonna go find Jake's little stash of goodies. Is it super impressive? No. It's a baseball helmet.
Never a dull moment.
Good shot.
Please show them.
Alrighty, that works.
Glad that's over.
Alright, I think we're good. Cool. So, beyond Jake's little stash of goodies, there is one other thing of use that's over in this area before we hit Olivia.
Hold on, we're near the cache. Just give me a second here.
Right.
Aha! Looks like it's all still here. How do you like the headwear? Pretty cunning, don't you think?
You look absolutely fabulous.
Well, I know it's a flattering color, but
That
fabulous?
was not the result I was
Kind of
looking
feel
for.
bad with what you're stuck with now. Here, this is for you.
Yeah, we're not going to be using that stuff. But he did give us some 10mm ammo, which is always nice. A red batting helmet. Okay, to be fair, 2 damage resistance and 5 energy resistance is a bit better than my hat. Not a lot, but a little bit. Now that's settled. Let's go up the road here. Up. I feel like I've gotten a bit off track here. Nope, that's what I'm looking for over there. Alright, cool. Also, we can go trigger Raider by stealing the stuff. If you don't steal that guy's stuff, he never shows up. But as soon as you take it, suddenly he remembers, oh yeah, that was mine. I want it back. That didn't work out for him. Alright, so this is super easy to get a couple of nice things out of here. So first of all, we're going to look at that sentry bot right there. We're going to get back to him in a minute. I get a fusion core. Come around to this side. I get a Fat Man. Useful if you want to go nuke the Deathclaw Concord. We got a mini nuke right here. And quite possibly the best magazine in the game. The Hot Rodder.
There we go.
That gives us a custom paint job. The Flame paint job. Absolutely love it. It's the absolute best. Okay, and I need this holotape. So let's use the holotape, which is definitely use your own risk. Yeah, so they were. This was a salvage yard for busted robots, and then someone just decided to drop off a prototype sentry bot, completely intact. Thankfully, he's not overtly hostile, which is good because he would murder us. It's a sentry bot. We're not at the point where we can ignore sentry bots.
Pose a possible threat to the U.S. military and or its citizens.
Here. It's over.
All citizens, please clear the
It will, however, take out all the mole rats for us.
Percent chance of collateral damage.
It's just kind of fun watching a sentry bot do its work when you're not the target.
Recommend immediate repairs to primary systems to ensure continued operation.
I guess that was all the mole rats, which is weird. There's usually a lot more of them, but
Self-destruction sequence complete in 3, 2, 1.
and yeah, why do sentry bots blow up when you kill them? Because they're programmed to. Two fusion cores, a bunch of ammo, and some goodies. Can't argue with that. I guess we did miss some more ads.
Go moment.
We missed some. We missed one of them. No big deal. Normally I'd be looting these guys for the meat, but we don't need to right now. But what we do need is, well, I'm never going to say no to a free rand stag. Or 2. Or even 3. Come on, stick your nose out. I guess I did hit it in the head. Nah. It'll come back. There's also a couple mole rats over there, but there's no reason to go that way. Alright, so we got a free suit, some free pieces of T-51, which is nice. We're going to come back for that. Free ammo box. 4 convenient MREs, which gives damage reduction as opposed to carry capacity, which is very nice indeed. And just a couple goodies here and there. Let the raiders deal with their nonsense for a minute before we go in and round them all up. And I want my flight helmet. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that most of the mole rats over there have probably gotten taken care of. There's somebody slapped landmines to mole rats. I don't know who did that. I don't know why they did that. But next to a suicider, it's the worst thing in the world to hear that beeping sound as one of those things that burrows up to the ground next to you.
I'm gonna hold back. Scout the area for nasties. I'll let you deal with the raiders directly outside Olivia. Once you're done taking out the trash, I'll meet you at station's entrance.
Yeah, there ain't much trash left to take out, to be completely honest. I guess the raider must have shot him. He got hung up on the fence. There's the raider's dog. Don't have to worry about him. There should be one raider right around the corner here. Assuming he's not already dead, or she is. Pretty sure that was her.
You're mine.
Nope. Nope, there was still one there. Never mind. My bad. And more MREs. Gotta love it. I guess some more rats got in after all. Alright, cool.
Hi.
Good job. You really don't like raiders, do you? There were a few
Well, it
lookouts
does.
around the perimeter, but I took care of them. Shouldn't have to worry about anyone raising the alarm. At least, not right now. Say, before we head in, would you care for a bit of advice?
Sure. What's up?
This particular raider group packs a little more artillery than the usual riffraff. And that includes some nasty big miniguns. Just remember,
One
miniguns need a few
nasty big
seconds to
minigun.
warm up before they start firing. So make sure you use that to your advantage. And make sure you get your ass behind some damn cover. You can't get hit by what can't see you.
Thanks. I always appreciate good advice.
Come on, let's head on in.
Alright. We are going to head on in, but as always, it's survival. Things can go wrong. Drop a save. Just to be on the safe side. Alright, real quick. What's our weight at? We're doing good on weight. 280 out of 355. So we should be able to loot this place without any problem. And hey, we got more MREs. So that's never a bad thing. So normally you could just lockpick this door and get in there no problem, but with Jake around, we have to actually let him do the thing, or the thing with the computer, which, it is what it is.
This.
Spread out. Find him.
So did I just break your legs?
Scared, huh?
I mean, could have done this quietly, but not really moved to.
Why do they always gotta fight back?
I don't want anybody else trying to grab that minigun. Because they will.
Why don't you?
Alright.
Hey.
Could that have gone better? Yeah. But it worked. That's all that really matters.
Nothing there now. What do you think?
I don't know. But in shadows.
Yeah, you're probably right. Gotta cut down the shadows.
I don't know.
I guess there's still at least one or two of them running around. Go with it in a minute. Another teddy bear with an army helmet. Don't mind if I do. Get that health going there. These guys are honestly just too...
You killed him!
Yeah, I did, and I killed you too. That's how it works. You're raiders. You should be used to this.
Mighty impressive. Thanks for the help. I was not enjoying the shootout developing there.
No problem. Glad to be of service.
Oh, dang it. Dented my helmet. Oh, well, better than a bullet to the
How
brain box.
his plastic
All right, let's get down to
baseball
business.
helmet stopped a bullet is beyond me, because actual Kevlar helmets don't stop bullets.
Raiders interrupted as I was finishing up. Just need to hit the last few keys on the terminal and... Hey, presto! There we are. Let's take a peek inside, shall we? Help yourself to anything
I'm
that
gonna
takes your
clarify that.
fancy. Only one thing I'm interested in, and I think it's right over
Kevlar
here.
army helmet will stop a 9mm most pistol rounds. However, the deformation, which is how much the helmet caves in to stop that round, you're probably going to get a skull fracture, not irreparable brain damage, assuming that the impact doesn't just kill you anyway. Rifle rounds will go right through it. And if you're wondering if that's true or not, there's plenty of resources on YouTube that you can look at that have done the tests. and a good time. That covert operations manual, I ain't leaving that behind. Oh, this is the note. Hey Ted, appreciate you doing this. When the hub arrives, if it gets unpacked, connect to ASAP. Don't forget to reposition satellite, roughly between Certus and Tranquilitas. That will do the rest.
Excellent.
Give me that. That's one of the most important things in here.
Hey.
Well, well, well. What
Okay,
do
he
we
has a
have
little bit
here?
of trouble with this trigger for some reason.
Huh. Would you look at that? Interesting. Very interesting.
Why don't you tell me what's so interesting about this?
Oh, right. Take a look. Shipment label reads, from Concord Hardware. This is definitely the equipment we're here for. No mistake there. This is the ASAM comm hub. As best as I understand it, this thing connects to the sensors somehow, allowing them to do more stuff. But I wouldn't really know how it does that until I turn it on. Although looking at it, doesn't look like time's been too kind to this old gal. I'm already seeing a fair number of damaged components. I wonder if it'll still be able to run.
I'm sure it'll work.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to fix it, of course. Might take a while, but it'll work in the end. Suppose I should get this thing back to the hardware store, see what we're dealing with. Well, I'd say we're done here. We found what we came for, no reason to stick around. You were a big help. There's no way I could have done this by myself.
It was a cakewalk. No problem at all.
I'd hate to see what you consider difficult. See, if you've not already done so, now might be a good time to get your bearings. Still can't imagine how overwhelming all this must be for you. Maybe check in on any settlements you've got going. Or if you think you might need more sensors, there may be some not too far from here. A place called West Everett Estates. But I should warn you, area's overrun with super mutants. Might be a challenge for you, even after this.
I might be able to do that.
Well, if you do decide to go, take care. I'll contact you once I've looked over the comm hub. Hopefully by then I should have some idea of how it works. Until then, stay safe out there, alright? Oh, and again, great work today.
So, West Everett's Estates, obviously, yes, is overrun by super mutants.
How
It
in
is
divine
not
circles am I
worth
gonna
running
get
into.
this
So,
thing
first time
back?
I did it, I didn't realize that the little area that the game had put in was full of friendly super mutants, because there are very hostile super mutants, but there's a couple in there that are, if maybe not hostile, more neutral, shall we say. And I'm like, alright, I can certainly work with that, not a problem. I didn't realize that they were not hostile to begin with, and so I just rushed in and slaughtered them all. And then I saw somebody's, I think it was Many a True Nerd playing this. He caught up at the same point that I had. And he was actually negotiating with them. I was like, oh, you can actually talk to the super mutants that aren't a part of the main group on the surface. My bad. If I go down there, I'll probably still wipe them all out though, because they're super mutants, and super mutants are, with almost one or two sole exceptions, complete dirtbags. Especially on the East Coast. Now, it's not necessarily their fault that they're a bunch of roided out green douchebags. But, still not going to leave them alone. Kind of worried about it. Nice. We're operating on a very strict suffer not the super mutant to live here. And there's the locket. There's a little area back here that has a couple of goodies. Possibly a legendary rat
Got
roach
it.
that pops up a lot. We're gonna see. Okay, did that kill any of the rat roaches? Not really. anyways, huh? That's disappointing. This is usually a good spot to get at least one. And some Rad-X. Oh. Still not a legendary. Damn. Okay, here's the actual key to the room that we just got through. Unrusted tin can. There's a teddy bear around here somewhere as well. Can't leave without that. At least I'm pretty sure there is. I could be wrong, however. Another army helmet. That might be what I'm thinking of. Yeah, probably just me being crazy.
Sweet.
Hey.
Oh, he's got a bunch of stuff on him I forgot to take off him. Overweight by 1 pound. That's easy enough. Just drink some water. Got plenty of it. Alright. Only thing left to do is grab our new suit of power armor and get out of here. As soon as I remember how to get out. Because I always get lost in here. Ooh, that's not good. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about the fusion core. God forbid. Alrighty, so as fights go, pretty simple. Cool mission, and I do like the fact that this does tie into the main narrative of both the game and the mod by coming here. Did I grab that box? I did. So, all is good. Yeah, beautiful sunny day, no one to bother us. We just need to go pick up our little half suit of powered armor. Because I would like to have a full set of each type, which is going to be a bit difficult as the higher level you are, the more likely you are to find the higher level armors, which means that trying to get a full set of T-51 unfortunately gets harder and harder as time goes on. Like, you're carrying too much. You cannot run. I'm fine. Leave it be. Now, you could run all the way over there, but I've had issues where the game has crashed on the way back. So, we're just going to fast travel. That'll cost me a suitable amount of food and water, which is okay. And defenses are built. Alright. Let's just dump all our stuff real quick. I have to come in here behind the scenes and just get everything cleaned up. Break down all the weapons, go around and do a supply run down to Diamond City, sell off a bunch of the junk ammo that we've got. Like, because, for example, we don't need 2,000 rounds of 38 caliber ammo. We're never going to use it. There's no point in keeping it. But that is all stuff. That'll happen later. I hope you guys enjoyed this rather brief foray into Fallout 4 with the Sim Settlements mod. If you did enjoy it, leave a like. I'd appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.